prime my eyes with a little bit of Professional, not a lot. I have a little bit on my finger and I just rub that all over above my eyes. Well, not rub, I kind of just pat it in there. I'm going to go in with my transition shade, which is going to be Brulee by Wet n Wild. This is the, whenever I put a transition shade, this is most likely what I'm going to be using. I know in my last video I used Kat Von D, the top corner one. I would tell you the color, but it's so worn out, you don't even know. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Kat Von D palette, Shade Delight, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, the orange shade. And I'm going to take that on this brush. This is from Real Techniques. I'm just going to take a little bit of product on there and I'm going to tap off the excess. Now I'm going to go into my crease right here and I am going to just do a swiping motion, a side to side kind of, and I'm going to bring it all the way over. So I just added a little bit more and I've got that orange color that I wanted to be visible. And all I did was just go into side to side motions, but I let my brush touch not only mainly the crease, but I let it also rest on my lid. So I just kept going back and forth. Okay, so I can't find a good red eyeshadow, so I am just going to go ahead and go in with this. I don't even know what this is by. Let me see. I don't know who this is by. I feel bad. Like, I bought this a long time ago, but it's in the color Romantic. I will link it in below to kind of figure out. It's a pretty color. Let's see. That's pretty. It's moisturizing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this and I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna just dab it right there on my eye. See it right there. For that, I am gonna go in with this e.l.f. defining eye brush and I am gonna just kind of rub it out. And I'm gonna have it angled just on the crease like this. Now you could go in with a red eyeshadow, but I just do not have one. I thought I did. I don't know. I have a lot of neutrals. I don't do a lot of colored eye looks. I'm not gonna lie. See, that worked out really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more. This is kind of going into the, like what I said in my other video, when you have a product and say you want to use it as an eyeshadow or lipstick, or you want to use it for something other than what it is used for, you can. I just use this lip as a eyeshadow. And now I'm going to go in with that same brush that I was using earlier with the orange on it, and I am just going to go over the same parts that I was doing. Just keep it in the crease and letting it kind of go down. Now I'm going to go in with that same brush that I was using to spread out the red. I am going to go into my Morphe 25A palette. I'm going to go in with this color right here. And I'm going to focus it. I'm going to put it right here, but I'm going to put it on the bottom right next to my lash line. And I'm going to just kind of tap it there first, and then I'm going to work my way onto my lid. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so I did that with both sides. I took that dark color from the Morphe 2A palette and I put it here on my lid and here on my lid and kind of worked it onto my whole lid. I did see that red, the light red color that I kind of do want to show up more, so I'm just going to take this and instead of putting it directly on my eye, I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and I'm going to just put it here above, in the crease, in the corner. Just kind of bring it this way and kind of lighten that part up. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to go in with this Morphe B81 brush. Just a nice fluffy tapered brush. And I'm going to go over the whole eye look just to make sure there is not really any harsh lines. I'm going to start just in the crease and just work my way. Just going back and forth. back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab a small packing brush. I'm gonna take the Morphe M152 brush. It's just a small little packing brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this corner color right here in the Morphe 25A palette. I'm just gonna pick it up on that brush. Gonna tap off my excess, and I'm gonna start from the inner corner and bring it up, not all the way, just towards the middle of the eye, just here, and then I just kind of let it flick. I'm gonna go in with this, the same, what is this? The defining eye brush, and I'm gonna pick up that same red eyeshadow from the Morphe 25A palette, and I am gonna go along my eyelashes, but just to this middle part right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take that same packing brush, and I'm gonna pick up this golden color right here. This one right here. It's the Morphe 25A palette. But first I'm gonna spritz my brush with some L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. So I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna pat my brush into that eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go right here, like not the middle, but right next to the middle, well, the middle, and I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna just pat it on. I grab a little bit more. And I'm putting it in the middle. I'm not going to this outer corner. I'm focusing it here. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that same brush I was using to blend out the orange. And I'm going to just kind of go back and forth in my crease. Back and forth, back and forth. And I'm going to go all the way to my inner corner. Now I'm going to pick up an angled brush, and I'm going to go into that same transition color that we started off with in the beginning, and I'm going to tap it in there, and I'm going to go into the corner and just kind of focus it right here into that corner, the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that same brush that I was using to do the gold, and I'm going to go into the Morphe 25B palette. I'm going to go in with this color right here. I'm just going to dip it in there, and I want to focus it. I want to go like right next to the corner, but not fully all the way. Like I want to leave a little bit of room, and then you get this kind of like two-tone, this dark to this metallically to the red. So I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to go back into the Morphe 25A palette, and I am going to grab this color right here. It's like a light, I want to say a champagne-y color. And I'm going to dip that same brush, but I'm going to dip it on the other side that I was not using those other colors. And I'm going to go right into that little tiny space I left in the corner. So it's like the inner corner of my eye that I'm really going right there. So now I'm gonna do my full face makeup. I don't know if I should record it. I'm gonna record it, but I don't know if I will include it in the video because it's basically the same thing that I always do. I just feel like it gets a little bit repetitive, just like I mentioned in my last video. I did it twice. I don't know if you'd want to keep watching me over and over doing my whole face makeup. So now with that same brush, I was taking the gold and the lighter colors onto this inner corner. I'm going to go into Urban Decay's Midnight Cowboy. And I'm going to dip in the same side that I was using for the lighter shades. I'm going to go into my inner corner. Just like that. And I'm going to bring it down underneath. I'm going to go in with the angled brush that I was using, and I'm going to bring whatever's left on here, and I'm just gonna go underneath my eye. Not all the way, just up to right here. Now I'm gonna go in with this liner brush. And I'm gonna go into NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. And I'm just gonna put it on there. Ooh, there's a little bit of black on this brush, that's okay. And I'm gonna go into this corner and just kinda and I'm gonna go all the way. The same angled brush, and I'm gonna go under the waterline. So I'm gonna take a little bit of eyelash glue. And I'm just gonna put a little dot right there. And just want it right there in that corner. And now I'm gonna go in with more of a medium-sized one, and so now I'm gonna take a medium-sized one and I'm gonna put it underneath my eye. Okay, now I'm gonna just touch up that inner corner highlight right there. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of Urban Decay Cowboy. Now with that same white eyeliner that I was using earlier, I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3 dots. So if I could just find it. Make 1, 2. Take this eyeshadow right here. And I'm gonna dip the same white in the same brush I was using and just go on top of the dots I made. So I do live in San Antonio, Texas, so this is something that I would wear to Fiesta. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do now I'm gonna go in with that same eyeliner brush that I was using to make the little white dots. Ooh. And I'm gonna take the same thing I was doing, dip it in there, and I'm gonna make 3 dots on the tail of my eyebrow. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 dots, I think, on the top of the eyebrow. Elf's natural lip, and I am gonna put that just on the end. Now I'm gonna put on Kat Von D Lolita 2. I'm gonna do a line right here. I don't know, let me see how that looks. So there it is. This is